I'm going to be telling you guys how to make 2025 the best year yet. Something that's so easy to say, but really hard to actually put into action. Everything's going to work out in the way that it needs to work out. I am getting deep in this video all of a sudden, I'm sorry. If you have not done anything like that ever, I would really challenge yourself to do it this year. I didn't really do that too much in 2024. I haven't really talked about this on my channel. Hello you guys, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello there. My name is Karen and I make brand new content for you guys every single week. So you should definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button down there so that you do not miss out on all of my brand new videos and shorts. Happy 2025, you guys. I am in absolute disbelief that I am saying those words to you. We're already at a brand new year, so that means that the opportunities are endless ahead of us. We have a lot of things to think about and reflect on as we enter into 2025. I'm going to be telling you guys my New Year's resolutions for 2025, but more specifically, I will be telling you guys 25 New Year's resolutions that you guys can kind of adopt. I'm going to try to adopt them in my life, but you guys can try to do it as well in order to improve like your personal life, your mental health, all of the above. So it's just going to be a really fun kind of like debriefing video where we just talk about how we can grow as human beings, because that should always be one of the most important things that we're trying to do at all times. We're not trying to stay the same, we're always trying to grow and get better. So basically, I'm going to be telling you guys how to make 2025 the best year yet. This is my advice to you. We're going to work together in order to make this one of the most successful, amazing years ever. So without further ado, let's get into this week's video. So number one, I would love to continue with my jar tradition. This probably does not make any sense to you, so let me explain. Last year at the beginning of 2024, I decided to start a jar tradition in which I filled up a glass jar with one memory of every single day throughout the year. So let me show you guys. It is this little glass jar that I got from Walmart for like $3, and you can just open it up. Since 2024 was a leap year, this jar has 366 slips of paper, and those slips of paper contain my favorite memories of every single day. So like on August 17th of 2024, I had Jason's Deli, which is one of my favorite places to eat out. So that was my favorite thing from that day. So I wrote it down on a slip of paper, cut it out, and put it in that jar. And now I have this little memory to look back and reflect on every single day. And I feel like that tradition really helped me be more grateful for every single day, even if it's a bad one, because I definitely had some bad days during last year. It wasn't all like sunshine and rainbows, and I always had an amazing memory to write for my jar. But when I did have a really bad day, I would write like got through a hard time, or got through this situation, that situation. And it makes you realize that, hey, there are some bad days, but remember that the good thing is that you overcame it, you got through it. So this year I'm not going to be using the jar again because I don't want to be collecting a ton of jars. That would just get to be really bulky and a lot of stuff. So I have this fun 1 line a day 5-year memory book that I got from Aerie not too long ago. It was like $4.99, and it has slips that are already organized for you, and this is for 5 years. So for the next 5 years I will be using this book to write down my memory every single day instead of my glass jar. If you have not done anything like that ever, I would really challenge yourself to do it this year. It is literally so amazing. I can't believe that I never gave up and just stopped. I kept going with it, but I really am happy that I stuck with it. I just feel like it made me have a much better year. Number 2 for my resolutions for 2025, I want to prioritize my mental health, especially when it comes to school and stress. I am going to be approaching graduation pretty soon. It's very hard to believe, but I'm going to be graduating from college in May of 2025. Absolutely crazy, and I was not actually expecting that. That wasn't in my life plan. I thought I was going to be graduating in like December of 2025, so it came a little bit early to my surprise. So it can be a really stressful time. You start thinking ahead, you start thinking, hey, what am I going to do once this is over? And it can just be really overwhelming. So I want to this year prioritize my mental health and realize that everything that needs to get done will get done. I will figure everything out, and just to keep going. Everything's going to work out in the way that it needs to work out. So that's something that I'm going to try to do this year. Number 3, find time for hobbies that make me happy. I have some really random hobbies that I wrote down, but I'm going to talk about them really quick. One of my favorite hobbies to do like on the weekends or during a week that I don't have too much going on, I really like being an extra in movies or TV shows. I haven't really talked about this on my channel, but I have been an extra in many shows, and I literally had the most amazing time ever. Every single time that I do it, I come home and I'm like, wow, there's no better feeling than being on like a movie set or a TV show set. This past semester, I actually got to be in a Netflix movie, and I was an extra next to one of my absolute favorite celebrities celebrities, and it was literally like a dream. I could not believe anything was happening. I felt like I was sleeping the whole time and I was gonna wake up. I got selected to stand right next to one of my favorite celebrities ever from the Hunger Games. It was insane. And once the movie comes out, I will see if they end up keeping the scene that I was in, but it was literally one of the best days of my life, and I never ever will forget it. So I definitely want to try to be an extra more often in 2025. It makes me so happy. Plus, normally you get paid to do it. It's amazing. Another hobby that I want to do more this year is archery. I love archery. I have a bow and arrow, and I really enjoy just like going in my backyard and shooting my bow and arrow into like my giant cube that I have. I didn't really do that too much in 2024. 2023, yes, I did that a lot, but 2024, I just never really made the time for it. My fourth resolution for 2025 is to practice living in the moment more. I feel like this is something that I talk about doing and think that I'm doing, but in reality, I'm not really doing it. For example, if you're on a vacation and you are at this amazing place, like I'm at Disney World, I need to start living in the moment and realizing like, hey, I'm at Disney World right now, savor this, don't start thinking ahead. Because I went on like a Disney World trip during my Thanksgiving break, and the entire time that I was at Disney World, I was stressing over finals week and how everything was gonna get done that needed to get done. And I kind of like could kick myself now for not having fun and living in the moment and realizing like, hey, that'll get done later. It has its own separate time and place to be done. Right now, you need to focus on having fun on your vacation. Just live in the moment. It's something that's so easy to say, but really hard to actually put into action. Number 5, limit social media use. This is one that I think I have said in years past. I used to limit my social media on my phone and actually go in and set 45 minutes per day on whatever app and just like stick with it. But recently I've been better with social media. Like I get off. I used to have to be forced to get off. Now, like whenever I see things that are negative, immediately just get off. If you find yourself scrolling through comment sections and looking at and absorbing negativity, just try to get off. Just click out of the app. Go look at something else, because it can be so detrimental to your mental health and you don't even realize it. TikTok's great. All social media apps are great, but only to a certain extent. Number 6, declutter my digital life. This one I've never ever put on years past, like my resolutions and things that I want to do. With school and online school especially, I have so many files on my laptop that I have yet to go through. Sometimes I find myself deleting like random PowerPoints or like extra copies of documents that I made, but not too often. During these last couple of weeks that I'm off of school, I want to go through and declutter everything that I don't need for this upcoming spring semester, just so you have like more storage on your laptop, and just so like you don't have to keep scrolling through tons of files that you don't even need anymore. So I definitely want to do that soon. My 7th resolution is to start a side project. This is gonna sound crazy, but I've always wanted to write a book. I know that sounds really wild, but I've always wanted to write a book, specifically in the dystopian genre, since I'm a huge Hunger Games fan and I love to write. So maybe just finding time to like possibly figure out an idea of what kind of book I want to write, what the plot would be, and then outline it so that it could be really useful for whenever I potentially pursue doing that in the future. I'm not necessarily going to write a book in 2025, but just like get an idea of what I want so that I could like proofread it and keep going with it as I get older, because that's something that I really would like to do. Number 8, improve time management skills. This is random because I think I have like the opposite of what everybody has whenever it comes to time management. So for me, it's like backwards. I sometimes think that things will take too much time, and then I purposefully leave tons of time to do a specific task, when in reality it's only gonna take me like 30 minutes to an hour to do. So like for example, filming this video, I was stressed out the entire day that I wasn't gonna be able to get it done. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm gonna have enough time to sit down and film a video. And I went and ate with my boyfriend today. I did a ton of laundry, put my laundry away, filmed 3 other shorts before filming this video, and I edited an entire YouTube video this morning. And after this, I'm still gonna have time to go do some other things that I wanna do. I overestimate how much time things are gonna take, if that makes sense. So I hope to improve upon that this year. My 9th New Year's resolution for 2025 is to practice patience. I really don't struggle with being impatient. Like certain goals in my life, sometimes I find myself getting frustrated and being like, dude, this has taken so long, it's never gonna happen. So this leads into my next New Year's resolution, number 10, trust the process. I need to start trusting the process more. I need to realize that baby steps are just as substantial as reaching big goals. Sometimes I find myself getting so caught up in trying trying to reach my goals that I don't enjoy the process or trust it, I start getting aggravated and get anxious that nothing will ever come of my hard work. I need to stop doing that. I need to trust the process and also enjoy the process throughout 2025. Number 11, cook more. This is crazy, but in 2024, I realized how happy cooking makes me. I absolutely love finding time on my weekends to make a fun recipe or search up recipes on TikTok and then recreate them. It brings me so much joy, and I did not discover it until I have lived 2 decades on this earth. It's crazy. I never really enjoyed baking and cooking, and now it's phenomenal. I could not recommend it more. If you need some sort of like happiness and serotonin, definitely bake something, make something. Eating it is fun. I mean, it's just a great experience overall. So yeah, I want to cook more in 2025. Number 12, take more risks. I had this on my New Year's resolutions for 2024, and I would say that I did a great job with it. I am so proud of myself for what I did in 2024. I'm gonna try my hardest to continue on with it, but guys, I reached every single goal that I wanted to achieve last year and more. I'm just worried that 2025 won't live up to what 2024 was for me. It was a great year, and it was one of the best years that I've had in a really long time. When I think about 2024, I'm sad to let it go. I am getting deep in this video all of a sudden. I'm sorry, but I really hope that 2025 will be as great. But yeah, I want to take more risks. If you're not taking risks, then you're not fully living. You should do one thing a day or one thing a week that scares you. Pushing through that anxiety and that fear, it makes you such a stronger person, and it really helps you grow. And I used to not believe that, but guys, trust me, it is so real. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's one of my favorite quotes ever. Number 13, wake up earlier. The last 4 months of this year, I was doing really good with this, and I really have changed my sleep schedule quite a bit compared to my freshman year of college. I don't sleep as much as I used to, and I am feeling much better. I think that I was oversleeping in the past, and now I get like the perfect amount of sleep, and I find myself waking up even earlier than my alarm sometimes. So kudos to me. I'm gonna try to continue that this year. Number 14, create a better morning routine. So I recently had a Disney World trip that I took throughout my winter break, and I would wake up in the morning, I would make my coffee, I would watch a little bit of a Christmas movie on Netflix, and I would do my makeup. And I was like, wow, like this is really great. If I implement this at home, even though I'm not at Disney World, I feel like if I implemented this into my own life, it would help me have a better day, since it kind of like sets the tone. It allows me to be productive. It also allows me to complete small tasks as soon as I wake up, so then I'm more likely to be productive throughout the entirety of my day. Next up, we have number 15, practice optimism. I think that this is something I could get better at. I was okay at it in 2024. I think that it's something I could definitely improve upon. Finding like the joy and the happiness in a really tough situation, that's so hard, but I want to really try to be optimistic this year. And if something bad happens, I want to try to find the good in it, try to find a reason for why it's happening. Number 16, challenge myself physically. So I have been working out consistently for about 2 years now, and honestly, I felt better than I ever did in high school. I literally love it so much. I could not go a week without going to the gym and getting a workout in. I've been like running and walking on the treadmill. I've been doing a lot of like Stairmasters, elliptical, a lot of cardio, but in 2025, I really want to start lifting weights more. Next up, number 17, embrace challenges. I feel like during the past year and a half, 2 years, I really realized how much challenges are opportunities to grow. I don't know if my frontal lobe has developed or something over the past year. Maybe it's also just a part of growing up, but I used to complain about things that were hard, and now I find myself getting excited to do things that are hard. I think it's part of growing up, but now I'm way more motivated to get the hard things done, and I actually find myself loving hard things more than like easier tasks that are just like kind of handed to you. Number 18, develop better communication skills. So I'm good at writing, but I would love to get better at speaking with other people in conversation. I do suffer with social anxiety, so I do get nervous to get in social situations sometimes. So I'm really kind of like hoping to get over that and kind of outgrow it. And yeah, I need to realize that I'm literally just talking to another human being. If you have social anxiety, I'm sure you would understand where I'm coming from. It's just hard to wrap your head around the fact that like, it's gonna be okay, I'll figure out what to say. I do suffer with that, so I would love to improve upon my communication skills this year. Number 19, spend more time with pets. I mean, don't we all love spending time with our pets? So definitely something that's super important. Number 20, take more breaks. I don't know if this is really realistic, but a girl can try. I feel guilty when I take a break. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way, especially when it comes to school. Like I could be working the entire day on my school and just feel so guilty when I go watch TikTok for a little bit. Like, I think I'm still kind of working on that. I've said that to myself for a few years now. Number 21, attend workshops. This is really random, but I am super into acting. I did a ton of acting classes, auditions, plays when I was little, and I would love to get back into that. So if I have the opportunity to, I'd love to do like some acting workshops in 2025, editing workshops. I know a lot of people do stuff like that, and I can just grow my editing skills for my YouTube channel. Also like educational things, maybe things that are related to my major if they have like workshops or conventions going on. I've done this in the past, so I really would like to continue doing things that correlate to my major this year, just to like expand my interests and my knowledge about stuff. I love learning and I love like challenging my mind, so I think that that would be really fun. Next up, we have number 22, celebrate the small wins. I kind of talked about this earlier with baby steps. I want to celebrate small things like finishing a hard assignment, making it through a tough week, reaching like small health goals, fitness goals. It allows you to kind of like stay motivated for a longer period of time if there is a reward. Realize that you don't have to reach some monumental goal to celebrate yourself. Number 23, learn to play an instrument. Last summer I actually started learning how to play the piano and I was getting really good at it, but then the fall semester started and it was my busiest semester of my life. I unfortunately put the piano away in my closet and never took it back out. I am going to 100% take out that piano and play it a little bit more before the spring semester picks up. Number 24, attend a concert or a Broadway show. That's a super fun one. I was so lucky and grateful last year with my shows that I got to go to. I mean, it was absolutely insane. I got to see Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, Gracie Abrams, Taylor Swift all in one year. It was really crazy. I've never had that many concerts in my life, so I'm so grateful that I got to do that last year. And I actually have some more lined up for 2025 within the coming months. Concerts and shows are just like my happy place, so I really want to prioritize going to those this year. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going yet, but just know that I do have some really exciting concerts and shows coming up in 2025. Next up, number 25. This is my last New Year's resolution for this brand new year, and it's one that I think you guys should definitely follow and implement in your own life. Number 25 is to create a personal mission statement for 2025. This is just something that will kind of like guide your decisions and your actions for the upcoming year. So without further ado, mine is going to be keep going. It's short, simple, and sweet. I kind of adopted it during finals week, honestly. I had so much on my plate at the time, and I set it as the backdrop on my laptop. It says, daily reminder, keep going. And I found it on Google when I was searching for a brand new home screen. And I was like, wow, that's so cute. So I set it, and I really found myself being motivated by it throughout finals week. So I was like, why not make that my mission statement for 2025? I feel like those two words, keep going, it's like the perfect way to remind myself that the only way out is through. I found myself saying that a lot to myself in 2024. The only way to get through something is to go through it and do it. So regardless of anything that's going on in my life, I feel like those two words will constantly remind me that it is my responsibility to reach my goals this year, and that I can achieve anything as long as I am determined and passionate. So yeah, mine's keep going. You can have the same one as me. We can just keep going through 2025. It's the perfect mission statement. All right, those are my 25 New Year's resolutions for 2025. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you can adopt some of these into your own personal lives and use them as a foundation to make this year one of the best ones yet. We are going to have a great year, I promise you. We're gonna do this one day at a time, and we are going to keep going. That is our mission statement for 2025. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button down there so that you do not miss out on all of my brand new videos and shorts. I love you guys all so much. I hope you're having a fantastic 2025 so far, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Mwah! Happy 2025!